Okay, so Kingdom Come 2 got finally released, and I would like to share some of my thoughts on this game. Obviously, it's not going to be a proper review because first of all, I don't have enough experience to be a reviewer. Like, I'm the type of person that is gonna tell you that the game is good and that's it. And second of all, everything that was meant to be said has been already said by people that got this game like 1 month before the release date or something. You know, the ones that were meant to review it or some shit like that. So I just don't want to repeat myself with the stuff that I like or don't like. And I've seen some of the reviews on the internet already, and obviously I agree with most of them. Most people say that the game is amazing, and many arguments that they gave are valid. However, I feel like there is some stuff in this game that either no one talks about or they just don't talk about it enough. So I'm just quickly gonna talk about it now, and at the end of the video I'm just gonna give you a list of mods that I installed to make the game even more beautiful, and you can either install those mods too or you can just fucking ignore it. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, first of all, the map is just simply beautiful. I love how dense the world is. Like, everything is just so detailed. For example, when you walk through the forest, you've got so many different plants and shit. Or even when you are inside some building, you can see so many details. It's not just an empty house with a stove and a bed in the corner. But also, regarding the map, what I really appreciate, and this is also something that was in the first game, is how big the map feels like. Because since you can see the plain fields with nothing in front of you, like no mountains, no rocks, it just feels massive. And unfortunately, this is something that many games don't understand, and they think that if they put many mountains and rocks around you, it will feel, I don't know, better, kurwa. Wrong! Let me appreciate massive terrains of nothing. Because in real life, this is actually how it looks like. So this is why I love when games do that. This can be obtained either by not adding mountains at all, or just by adding a fog, which I think was the case in Ghost of Tsushima. And it still looked alright. Another thing that I like about this game is that you can completely turn off the HUD and still find your way around. And what I basically mean is that every information from the HUD can be still obtained while playing. For example, instead of having a marker where you have to go, you have a conversation with some NPC and he's like, oh, go to that tavern in that city and look for a person that has a red hat. And now you know that you have to go to that town, then you have to find a tavern, and in that tavern you are looking for a guy with a red hat. So yeah, them compasses, the markers, and the minimaps. Another example is that you can hear Henry spitting his lungs out whenever he is out of stamina, and you don't have to look at the stamina bar to know it. I know I talk about HUD quite often, but trust me, it is such a game changer. Okay, if you want to remove some of the bits from your HUD, just create a new file in your game folder, which will be called user.cfg, and then edit it with Notepad, and you have to place these comments. I mean, you don't have to put all of them in, but just the ones that you want. So this one will remove the compass, this one will remove the reticle in the middle of the screen, your statistics such as like health bar and stamina bar. These two are your, you know, the quick items on your left and right side. I don't know what it's called. I still don't have it in the game, so fuck that. This is this little fucking bunny that shows you your crime. You know, the one curva under the compass, you know. And this is, yeah, this disables the buffs. I don't know if this one is working. I took this comment from the first game, but this will apparently show your reticle while aiming with your bow. I still don't know if it's working because I don't have a bow, but hopefully it will. So yeah, you just have to save that sheet. And obviously you want to run those comments every time you start a game, so I will show you how to do it. I only know how to do it in Steam, so you are unlucky if you are on Epic or something. But yeah, you go to properties in your game, and you've got launch options, so you put this text. I will obviously include it in the description if I won't forget. So yeah, there's that, and that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, despite having those commands still on, sometimes my stats appear underneath, you know, the health bar and sheet, and I don't know how to turn it off other than running this command once again in a, you know, command kurwa box or whatever the fuck it is. And yeah, the bunny shows up as well sometimes. Okay, moving forward, I also love that this game is going at its own pace. This means that the NPCs that you see in the game have their own lives. So basically they work, eat, sleep, and they just do whatever they want instead of just standing around and waiting for you to show up. It is so good because it just makes the game feel so alive. And if you add the fact that this game is a sandbox, which gives you a total freedom, you just have a recipe for a masterpiece. This total freedom also expands with the dialogue options. This means that while having a conversation, you can pretty much fuck it up if you say something wrong. So let's say that you have to obtain an item, you can either use persuasion skills, or you can threaten that person, or you can just nicely ask for it. Or even if you fuck it up, you can steal it from him. Okay, I also want to mention how refreshing it is that this game is hard. Because nowadays we have so many Ubisoft-like games where they basically hold you by your hand and tell you everything you have to do step by step, and you don't even have any engagement from those games because of it. But this game just throws you into a deep shithole somewhere in Bohemia, and you're on your own, fuck off. And this is what I fucking love about this game. I've also noticed two small details that I really appreciate. One of them is that whenever you have to follow an NPC because of some quest, you can hold some button, I don't remember which one, and it will follow it for you. It's also the same with riding a horse, where your horse basically follows a path, but this mechanics was used in many other games, whereas just following an NPC, it's probably the first time that I see something like this in any game, actually. So yeah, that's really good. And also another cool detail is that most of the objects, you know, items, do actually exist in the world. So whenever you have to pick up some kind of food or a dagger or lockpicks, they do lay somewhere on a shelf or cupboard or, you know, on a plate anywhere. It's especially pleasant to see whenever you have a quest. For example, you have to move bags of flour from one place to another, and you see how many bags you have left and how many bags you've already done, and it does actually change. So that's good to see. Kurwa, I literally just wanted to tell you about tweaks and mods that I used to make this game even better, and it turns out that I already gave you a 5-minute review or even longer. Kurwa. Okay, let's jump to the mods. So the first one on my list is instant picking herbs, which basically removes the animation of picking plants. And I know it is just 1 or 2 seconds of picking it up, but you pick up probably thousands of flowers during the entire gameplay, and that's already thousands of seconds. So yeah, that's the one on my list. Another one is skip intro. This is not really that necessary, it literally just skips intro, makes you load the game faster. And another one is stay clean for longer. I think Henry just gets dirty really quickly, so I installed the mod. Right now it is ×4, but you can choose ×2, ×4, or even ×10. So it's up to you. And another mod, which is probably for most of you a must-have, which is auto-saving. You've got many options of these mods. You can either have unlimited savings, where you can pretty much save whenever you want, but I didn't really want to make it so easy for myself, so I installed a mod that saves a game every 30 minutes. So it is still better than the current system, but it is not so easy as unlimited savings. I did have unlimited savings in the previous game, and I've noticed that I was saving a game way too often back then. It was pretty much any time when I was doing something risky or dumb. So yeah, right now I've got auto-saving every 30 minutes and it's good. And I will also recommend to install some kind of ReShade, so you can pretty much have a look what kind of reshades there are. But the one that I've chosen was a Vibrant Colorful Life, which was in my opinion the best from the existing ones. But to be fair with you, I didn't really like the original version that much of this mod, so I played a bit with the settings, and I think right now it looks much better. So yeah, this is my personal version of this mod. Okay, when it comes to the reshade, when you press home, from this reshade I have turned off magic HDR because I think it looks bad. I have turned on ambient light and colorfulness from legacy effects, so if you want to have it, you will need to check it from legacy effects whenever you are installing reshade for this game. And I have also added vignette. Vignette was in Sweet FX. When it comes to ambient light, I did play a little bit because it was too bright, so I don't remember what was it before, but I've changed base intensity to 829, this one to 0.98, and this one to 125. So you can just play around with it and see which one you like the most, because it does change it quite a bit. And the last but not least mod on my list is a no map marker. So whenever you are opening your map, you don't see your character. So this is important because obviously I know that I'm probably somewhere in the middle, but I don't know which direction I'm looking at. So let's say I have to go here, southwest. No, southeast. I have to kind of have a look what is around me in real game to figure out where I have to go. Oh kurwa, why is it all red all of a sudden? What the fuck is happening? Is it because I'm almost dead? I think so. Anyway, we don't care about this. Yeah, so this tells me exactly that I'm probably looking somewhere here because I can see water. So I will have to go somewhere over there later on for that quest. So that's why it's good. Not having a compass and not having your map marker, I'm pretty much playing a different game than all of you. So if you wanna be the same, feel free. And if you just wanna blindly follow a compass, you can also do it. I don't fucking care.